First of all, Beto, thank you for being here. We need, we need eloquent, educated, fired up people like you representing us because I'll tell you, I'm a lifelong Democrat and I am frustrated. And beyond frustrated, I'm pissed. Republicans, for all of their faults, one thing they are very, very good about is messaging. They mobilize. They, and I don't even attribute this to Donald Trump because I don't even consider Trump Republican. You'd have to dig pretty deep into the Republican playbook to find something that Trump is executing. But as Democrats, and I so appreciate what this gentleman said and what the woman over here said, these are real issues. These are real messages. And what do we get tied up in elections? We get tied up over the most extreme LGBTQ issues. We get tied up over men going into women's restrooms and that kind of bullshit. We get so tied up over the Second Amendment. I'm a lifelong Democrat. I've never met one Democrat who wants to repeal the Second Amendment. But every Republican out there is petrified of that. And that's the thing that turns their vote. Instead of voting for the issues that this gentleman brought up, and instead of voting about the issues that all the people who've spoken here tonight regarding healthcare, we are so tied up in fighting against these sort of phantom issues. And I guess my question for you is this: what the hell are we doing at a national level to create a message that makes sense to Americans? I love what you said a moment ago about meeting Americans where they are, and that is absolutely essential. But what are we doing as a party to combat what the Republicans do? Because they are kicking our ass. Yes,
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like they have chosen the terrain of every battle that we have fought for the last 4 years, 6 years, 8 years at evil. They're just evil geniuses at this stuff. I mean, every Democratic challenger in 24 is trying to explain their position on bathrooms or these issues. And listen, not that it's unimportant for people who face this in their schools, but is it the most important issues? And the thing that we want people to listen about is that the thing that we're fighting for. I mean, we are fighting so that you are paid enough not to work a second or a third job. We're fighting so that you can see a doctor and live to see the next day ahead without going bankrupt in the process. We are fighting so that you can come to this country in a safe, legal, orderly way and contribute to the very greatness that immigrants have made in the most diverse city in America every day that Houston has been on this planet. We are fighting so that your child doesn't have to worry, moms demand action, about a gunman entering that room with an AR-15 and blowing you away, right? We are fighting to protect the member and the workforce, even of the Americans so that they succeed. The challenge with this message is you can't say it so much as you have to show it. And so, when we went to every one of those 254 counties in 2018, be honest, how many of you knew there were 254 counties before 89%? I didn't know. What was the message from that campaign? How were we so damn successful in that year? Why did we have Ted Cruz on the back foot? Why did Greg Abbott have to spend a king's ransom to bail his ass out at the end for 2.5 points? But for that, I'd be speaking to you as a junior senator from the state of Texas right now. It's because we showed up, we listened to, and we fought for people, just like this gentleman said earlier. And that's what we're doing right now. I mean, this town hall tonight was preceded by 10 that we've already had last Monday in Garland, Texas. Before that, in Amarillo. Before that, Wichita Falls. Who knew that 470 people would come out in Wichita Falls, Republicans, Democrats, and Independents? Or then Texas. I mean, we're going everywhere to listen to, fight with, fight alongside with, and be there for each and every and anyone who tells you that they know the message right now, I don't know if they're being completely honest with you or real. The message, and I think you said it for all of us as best as can be said, the message is going to come from the people that we want to serve, right? The people that we want to deliver for. I mean, I'm going to repeat the story that I heard from you. This beautiful, amazing 72-year-old woman taking care of her 77-year-old husband who is fighting tooth and claw to make sure that she has every possible day with him to build these memories. They're going to enrich the rest of her life. And he has the best quality of life possible. That moved me so goddamn much. I want to share that story with every other person that I meet, right? And I also happen to think that politically and electorally, that is the right strategy. And I'll give you proof. First race I ever ran was in 2005 for the El Paso City Council. I'm going up against the mayor pro tem of El Paso, Anthony Cobos, who was going to outspend me in that race 4-1. Nobody knew who I was, everyone knew who this guy was. And so I made a virtue of necessity. Didn't have money, didn't have name ID, I knocked on doors each and every day. I'm in the Wrestler Canyon neighborhood on the west side of El Paso. I'm knocking on the door. Hey, my name's Beto O'Rourke, and I want to make sure that I keep your property taxes down, and we'll work on more green space, and we're going to rewrite the subdivision code, and the person who answers the door stops me. You say, hey, that's great. But what I care about in the Wrestler Canyon neighborhood is they're about to develop and pave over Wrestler Canyon. So all this nature, wildlife, the reason we moved here in the first place, it's all going to be done. I want you to focus on that and fix that. Second house I knock on, I give my same pitch, and the person at the end of it says, that's great, but we're really concerned about them developing Wrestler Canyon behind us. Third house I knocked on, they answer the door. Hi, my name is Beto O'Rourke, and I'm here to save Wrestler Canyon. We won every single vote in the neighborhood because we listened to the people that we wanted to serve. Would a poll have told me that? Would a data scientist, a consultant, no. You've got to meet the people. In democracy, I don't speak Greek, but I think it has something to do with people, right? Lincoln, government of, by, and for the people. Politics, people. The technology, the money, the social media, the mailers, the TV ads, the radio spots, those are all a poor substitute for what we are doing right now. The message is not the media. The message is the people. If we will listen to them, they will give it to us. We share it back out there, and we start winning some elections. Thank you for asking the question. Appreciate it.